I'm Vance.
And I'm Huw.
We're from Tools of the Trade, and today we're here with UK Planet Tools to talk about our NWS Plier ranges.
VDE pliers, non-VDE, water pumps, sets and accessories, all available at UK Planet Tools now.
Huw, tell us a little bit of an insight into NWS Pliers.
So NWS is a premium quality German manufacturer of pliers and cutters. And they're a specialist manufacturer. This is what they do, this is their bag. They don't diversify into other products and other things. They stick to what they're good at, and then they work at drive innovation, so come up with new ideas. Things are a little bit different, but it's not a case of just reinventing the wheel. It's about coming up with stuff that's actually useful and actually makes a difference. So if we take these, for example, we call this the whole family. And the reason why we do that is because every single one of these products here has got a little hole for the patch screws. So electricians working, if they're using the patch screws, they either have to cut them with normal kind of combi pliers, in which case it's not a nice finish, or they have to use a hacksaw and it's a bit fiddly. So with these, it's non-threaded. The screw simply goes all the way through, as you can see, and no effort whatsoever. It trims it.
Perfect.
You can see there, it's a nice clean cut as well.
Clean cut, yes.
So I've got to mess around tidying the thread up. So if we stay with these products as well, if you look at them on the handles, all of the products from NWS, they've got these little grooves at the bottom. And you kind of think, what's that all about? So every single plier you can retrofit. So we sell different little packs, and in those packs you can get a lanyard for working at height. And these literally clip on, the system clip onto the bottom of the handles, like so.
If you're on a scissor lift or up a ladder and you don't want it to fall on somebody, ideal.
Exactly, Vance.
Health and safety.
Exactly.
Yep.
You're going to find a lot of sparkies as well, and tradespeople that have to be IPAF trained as well. So working at height legislation and the drop of your tools, that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to damage your tool, you don't want it hurting somebody.
Yes.
When you're doing risk assessments and insurance. So it very much is a kind of relevant topic. Now if you look at this one here, this is a separate little kit that you can buy. And this is actually a voltage tester. So you're using the same clip, it simply slides into place. The beauty about this is, number one, you've got a torch, so if you're working in a dark area, you can see what you're doing. When you go close to electrical cable, this will turn red. Now we kind of rely on people cutting through live cables because they come back and buy another set of cutters. But if you're in the trade and you're on the job, that's the last thing you want to do. These products are expensive, they're good quality, and the last thing you want to do is keep having to replace your products because you've cut through a cable.
Well, they are VDE rated to 1,000 volts.
They are. So again, they've got their own identity, so you can see that with the red and the yellow,
yes,
they are voltage safe, so they're tested to 10,000 volts and they're guaranteed to 1,000 volts. And then these colours here, which is the grey and the red, this is non-VDE, so you can clearly differentiate between the range. They're all individually tested as well, and what I mean by that is that when they test it, they submerge one into a bath of water and they run 10,000 volts through it to check that each one is safe, rather than doing batch testing where they can drop a batch of products in and then you don't know if this one is going to be as good as this one.
Perfect.
So every single one has to be individually tested. So staying with the products and the handles, they've got slimline profile on them, matte chrome finish, the cutting blades are hydro-electro hardened. This product here is a 6-in-1, so this is our best selling product. This is the all-rounder. The reason why it's all-rounder is you've got the cutting blade at the end, you've got a 1.5 and 2.5mm cable stripper, so you're going to get a perfect strip without damaging it. You've got a crimp, you've got a bend, and then lastly you've got your 3.5mm patch.
So that's the 6-in-1.
This is the all-rounder, the 6-in-1. You've then got the smaller version, because that's the 190. This is the 160, and it's called the 3-in-1. So cutting blades, again 1.5, 2.5mm strippers. You haven't got the crimp and the bend in there, but you have got the patch screw shear. So that's the 160 3-in-1. And then it's very much its personal preference. So some tradespeople like having that additional functionality in the blades, but some people think that it impedes the cut. So then you've got the option here with the 2-in-1s, where you haven't got anything in the blade, just a cutting blade. You've still got your 3.5mm patch screw shear. And then the last one in this range is the 5-in-1 combi plier. It's got obviously the various different grips as well. It's got the patch screw shear. And it is very much about the design. People like to look good on site, but it's got to be comfortable, it's got to be practical. So you've got slimline handles, 3-component handles as well. And even if when you look at the attention to detail on the cutters, they've got these grooves here. And the reason why they've got these is because when these are in the pocket, it's so easy just to grab it and it doesn't slip. So number one, it looks good, but there's also a little bit of added functionality behind it. So that covers off the whole family range. And again, the various attachments that are available that you can buy to retrofit and really tailor it to your needs. What do you think?
Fantastic. So let's have a look at the cable cutters.
You've got two different variations. You've got the 210mm and you've got the smaller 160s. You've still got your little notches here where you can attach the attachments, whether it be the lanyard or whether it be the voltage tester. And looking at the blade, it's designed in a way where you've got ridges, so it stops the cable from slipping, so it holds the cable in place. Your best cut is always closest to the pivot point as well. And this really is a precision cutter as well. If you look at the engineering that goes into it, it really is sharp. The capabilities of this one will do up to a 15mm cable. And if you look at the back, they've also got this little hex, so they can tighten it up as well if they find that it's working loose, so you can always keep the pressure on and keep it tight. If I'll turn attention to this one, this is the 210. So the 210 has got slightly different design to it, and straight away you'll notice the shape of the handles.
Yes.
So there's other cable cutters in the market and they don't have this same design, in which case when you're working with 25mm tails and bigger cable, they open so wide it takes two hands to cut it. So by having this, number one, you can open it wider, you can get increased leverage, which means you can make a more economical cut. You've got a concave section at the front of the jaws, and the reason that is that's ideal for stripping. So if you're stripping the outer core, perfect. And then the inside section, again, you've got the little grooves which hold the cable in place, because your best cut is always closest to the pivot point. The capabilities of this, it will do up to 25mm cable. With a lot of sparkies, they're working with tails. This is a fantastic product, and this is the one that they will need or will want in their armoury.
Let's have a look now at our water pump pliers.
So you've got your 180s, you've got your 250s and your 300s. So what you've got with these, using premium quality steel, you've got dipped handles as well. And it's the jaws that are the most important thing, because the jaws, they're induction hardened and they really are strong and durable. The last thing you want is don't want the teeth to be breaking away or wearing down, because that's going to affect your grip. So in these sets you get the 3 different sizes to suit your needs. But what is really cool is this little attachment they come with. So all the sets come with fitting protectors, so they go over the jaws of the pliers. So if you're doing any face work and you don't want to damage the material you're working on, then you put these on and it protects it. So I think that's just like a nice little addition. And where this is also something a little bit different is when it comes to the design of the products. If you look at this section here, Vance, see there's a hole. The reason why that's been engineered that way is to reduce the strain actually when assembling the products. So what they've done is they've put a hole here which then allows this section to push through this part without putting additional strain which might cause a weak point. So they've thought about it and they've come up with a design which means you've got a really, really strong set of water pump pliers.
But they're non-VDE, Huw.
These are non-VDE.
But we do it in the VDE as well.
Yeah, we do the slip joint in the VDE. So it's same as the rest of the VDE range, 5-year guarantee, the same as these. Fully tested, certified as well. Then the other products we want to highlight is this one. So this is the Pliers Wrench. And the thinking behind this is that rather than using adjustable wrenches, which can slip and they're a nightmare to keep changing the settings and taking it back off and putting it back on again, this product was designed to actually remove that so you don't need it anymore. So you've got a design here where you can set the size required, but actually you've got this little movement, it's almost on like a ratchet, so it allows you to adjust without having to reset. Really, really nice product.
So that was looking at the slip joint and water pump pliers, and let's have a look at some other sets we do here.
Yeah, some good added value kits out there where you can really have a good cost saving if you purchase like this, and you can then tailor your solution as well, because there's multiple different products in the different various sets that we do. Effectively what you get with the sets is you've got the 160mm VDE side cutter. Remember, this one hasn't got the holes for the patch screws, this is a standard 160 side cutter. Don't forget the little attachments as well that come with it. So with each of these packs inside here, you also get your lanyard.
We'll also do a range of non-VDE sets, and you'll notice the finish is slightly different. There's lots of variations of the sets. If you go to UK Planet Tools website, you'll see the variations of all the sets. So that's the NWS plier range. Please check out ukplanettools.co.uk and social media for all the promotions and latest offers.